All right. Thanks again for joining me here at Bad Skadooby Gaming. And we are going to get out of this, area where everyone is here because when you're in an area where everyone's here like this, nobody gives you a chance to get anything done because everybody likes to do whatever the heck they want to do. Okay. And that's the way GTA is. So we're going to go into our own private session. And to do that, you just go to find new session, invite only session, and then that way you can grind, you can do all kinds of missions, you can earn all kinds of money without anybody blowing you up. It's as simple as that. So put up a like, subscribe, Bad Skadooby Gaming. I am just stunned at the amount of people who, they go on GTA Online and they complain that they get nothing done. Well, you're not going to get anything done. It's just like any multiplayer game, right? You play Call of Duty, you're on there for 2 minutes, you get shot, then you got to respawn, right? That's Call of Duty, okay? I'm sorry, I'm just not into that. I like to make progress in a game. I mean, yeah, I guess if you respawn 2 million times, you probably make some progress, like Call of Duty, but not, and I'm not picking on Call of Duty. I love the campaigns in Call of Duty. They actually put time and money in those, and it was like playing a movie. So I would recommend Call of Duty. Any one of the campaigns, regardless of the reviews, play all the campaigns of all the Call of Duties. They're awesome. But anyway, let's get into this. I always start with just making sure my supplies and everything are supplied because I want to make as much money as I can while I'm simply screwing around. So on here, I just go to the master terminal and I make sure my gun running supplies are restocked, which looks like they're full right now, so it probably won't let me. Yeah, I can't buy supplies. Okay. The rest takes care of itself. Here, let me show you. My nightclub is almost fully stocked. So I have 1,000,006 ready to go in my nightclub when I'm ready. And again, do this in solo mode because then you'll be able to pull it off without getting killed and without somebody taking your money and whatever else entails, with the multiplayer. So, all right, we're going to do some more car customization today. I have just about every car in the game, or had just about every car in the game. There's not enough garages for every car. And then with the new updates, Rockstar is taking cars off, putting cars on, and whatnot. So I just did a customization on this car here on my last video, the Invitero Coquette, okay, which is your older Corvette, right? But with this, we're going to get out of it. We're going to make it disappear so I can call the next car in my collection and we'll go customize that. Okay. So you go to manage vehicles and you return vehicle to personal storage. Okay. Then you call your mechanic. And I'm going to look for the Coquette. I believe it was one of these, and I'm not sure. So let's call. I know it wasn't the black thing, so I'm gonna say it's this one. We shall see what appears. Otherwise, it's the next card. Here you go. So here is the topless Coquette. And this one comes with special livery that you can put on it, like the flames. All right, so I want to get rid of the music because they'll get you for the rights for me to have the music or not. So we'll get rid of that. Copyright laws, you know. And what I like to do is, with this car, which is pretty awesome actually, is take it to the car meet, so you get the points for the car meet, so you can get the clothes at the car meet, because the clothes at the car meet you can't get anywhere else. Okay, so that's why I go here to do the customization. I mean, you could go to your auto shop too, and then you can, if you're looking to get more money, you can go to the auto shop, and I'll show you that after it. But you could do it before this, so that way when you're done doing all this, you can just exit out. So, all right. So what I typically do is I pull up the statistics for it. The Invatero Coquette Classic. This is the top list. And then what I'll do is I'll get into it and I'll do a test drive, because when you do a test drive, you get points, reputation points. So you can get clothing or unlock whatever they might. Sometimes you get a vehicle discount. So we'll see what we unlock. And when I was really into GTA, now they're definitely not putting the time into the updates like they used to. If you haven't noticed, and you get an update and you play it for a day or two and you're done. Where in the past, that update lasted for months. Some of the early updates that we had. So. In case you didn't notice, I've been playing this since it started, so they used to put a lot of time and effort in the updates, and those updates lasted for months. Months. Now you know, you could finish an update in a whole day. Not even a whole day. And that's fine. That's up to Rockstar. I don't have anything against it, but it would be nice, if we got a meaty update before GTA 6. And then what I'll do is I'll go to the mechanic. Well, before I go to the mechanic, we can test drive this guy here. And this is definitely a cool bike. If you were to purchase it, you're looking at $2,654,000. Okay, but we can test drive it, and I have this bike, and I can show you later if you'd like. But it's fast. The customization's awesome, and eventually we'll get that. We'll get to that when we customize. So. See how the reputation just progressed, and I didn't even do anything. Okay, you don't have to do anything. You just have to go to the next event. But this thing is pretty fast. So you can get reputation like that. Do a couple test drives. Go to your auto, and I'll show you that after this. Usually I do it before. All right, and then we get back into our car, and we'll do the customization. And that'll give you some reputation points too. And we'll have to see if we got any clothing. So, because it didn't really show what we got for an upgrade. Since we met the reputation points. You know, we're at 215 now, so. So, customizing the Coquette. And like I said, this is a pretty awesome car. And if you have not, you can go online, sign into the app, the Rockstar app, and the Los Santos app, and then you can do your custom license plates from there. Okay. I think I have all 30 options, so, and I'll show you that too. But I never really talked to you guys about that. That's where you get the custom plates. Okay, you can upgrade your armor here, which I don't. Some of the, you know, I just try to save money. You know what I'm saying? So, do I really need to update the armor? You know, I'm not going out there against anybody who just wants to blow me up, so what's the point? You know, why spend the money? So here's the different bumper options. You know, save as much money as you can so you can buy what you really want in this game. You know, you don't have to get the shark cards, you know. I think I've been playing this since it started, and I think I bought 2 shark cards. That's it. Okay. So, and that's when they were giving us out some really good deals. But other than that, you don't have to buy a shark card. Okay. Just be patient, play the game, and you'll progress, and you'll get the money, and you'll be able to get all the stuff. It takes time, though. This one's definitely, you think Dark Souls is a grind? This is a grind, okay, to get what you want. So, you know, I did upgrade the engine to the max. You know, I want to go fast. You know, the exhaust is up to you, but here's a different exhaust. You got the side exhaust, it's pretty cool. You got the stock exhaust. Like I say, you don't even have to upgrade it if you don't want to. Then your hood, you know, I wanted it all black, so I just kept the stock hood, and then you got the carbon hood, which you really can't tell the difference. So I left it. I mean, why spend $2,400 if you can't tell the difference? Then you got all the horn options, and then I got some of the musical horn or not the loop horn options that you get, you know, especially with the Halloween update and whatnot. So, in case you're wondering how you get all those. And then the headlights, you know, I upgraded them, but you can go further and get blue and all that. That was with the Arena War update, which you're paying even more. I mean, $50,000 for headlights. I mean, really? When the stock lights are $400, so how much do you want them? You know. And then I always get the whole layout on the bottom. It's only $30,000, I believe. And then you can pick your colors. You know. And then the library, like I said, I think they added the red flames and the blue flames with an update. But it's a cool car. It's an old Corvette. I love old Chevys. I had a Chevy Nova growing up, 73 Nova, tub chassis, nitrous. I had a 350 L55 Corvette engine. Me and my neighbor built it. He had an engine hoist in his garage. It was awesome. He had a Buick Omega, which was just like the 73 Nova, only a Buick, and he did the same thing. We pulled out the trans, we pulled out the rear end, put a 411 gear in there. It was fun. I had a lot of people wanting to race me. And we actually had a street that was close to our house that was a quarter mile. and it was behind a cornfield, and it was pretty cool. Loss prevention, you can do these if you're on, it's more of a multiplayer thing, where you can have your car explode if somebody tries to steal it. And then here's all the plates, and these are all free. So what I like to do to get the reputation points is I'll just go to E-Cola, make it red, and if you can see, my progress on my reputation level just went up, and then I'll go back and turn it back the way I want it. And that's how you get the upgrade for your car. Okay, and then you know the different colors. You can pick the roll cage or not. You can pick if you want a roof or not. There it is with the stock roof. I like it without it. And then I upgraded the trans, turbo, and then the wheels. You know, you can pick whatever wheels you want. I went with stock, and then you could do the tires smoke. I got red tires smoke. And then you can also bulletproof them. But like I said, I don't play online that much, so what's the point in bulletproofing them? I know the cops will chase me, but I'm not going to lose a lot of money, you know, playing solo. So anyway, that is the upgrade. We're going to exit the shop, and then we're going to go over to the auto shop, where we are going to earn a little more reputation. And my auto shop's right down the street from here. Everything's real close. So that's the other thing. When you're picking out locations of your new businesses, make them close. Unless you want to drive all over the map. I mean, why would you want to do that? Make them close, get all your upgrades and everything done, and then drive all over the map, you know? Not hard. Make it easy. Make it fun. You know, then I'll go spin the wheel, too. You never know. You'll probably get extra cash. You might even win a car. At one point, I was on a streak where, and you can look at the videos, I was winning cars like every other day. Well, every week, basically, because a new car comes out every week. And then what you could do with the new cars, if you haven't thought of this, you could switch your characters and do the same new car with the other character the next day. You just got to give it a day. It's great. So you can win new cars for both characters the same week. So my second character, which is female, all her cars that she has, she won. I've never bought a car for her. I've only bought cars for my main character, which is the male character. So think about that. Okay? And this is what you do to earn more reputation points too. You buy an auto shop and you customize these cars, you have them delivered, and you get reputation points. You just got to follow what the requested upgrades are. Okay? So transmission is sports transmission, and then it takes it off when you got it right. The brakes are the sport brakes. The engine tunes is level 1. And that's all done because they all disappeared on the bottom, okay? And then the requested upgrades for this section is the front bumpers. So we go to bumpers, and we go to carbon splitter with canards, I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure. And then you go back to exhaust, and you hit dual exhaust, and then you go to hood, and you go to the carbon aggressor hood, okay? And then you go to wheels, it tells you to install new wheels. You go to wheel type, you go to off-road, and you can turn and see how this thing looks too, which I'm not really doing because I just want to get the reputation points. So you go to mudslinger, and you confirm. Oh, wait, I must have picked the wrong hood. So let me go back. Carbon aggressor hood. See, I picked the aggressor hood. So we need a carbon aggressor hood. And now we're good. So then you confirm. Costs you $50,000. I might get $100,000 back, maybe. So you're really making $30,000 or $40,000. Okay. You ask your staff to deliver it, unless you want to. I don't think you get much more if you do it yourself, so save some time, let them do it, and that is it. They are gone. So last thing on the to-do list, and this is what you can do daily, okay, is we go and spin the wheel. So let's go do that. And like I said, everything's closed. The casino's right up the street, so. You can see it from here, see it? Over on the right there. So let's go get the casino. Let's go spin the wheel. Notice no one's bugging me. I can actually get to the casino without being blown up. It's amazing. And then I'll go get new clothes, whatever, you know. You could do side missions and earn some more money. There's a lot to do compared to when it first rolled out. The only thing you had to do when it first rolled out was to do the heist mission to earn any money.
I think I'm gonna pick up smoking.
All right, and we can go in here. I mean, you can come up to one of these guys, punch them if you want, you know, or just go in here. You know, they swear at you, but you just go in the casino. Then you go in here and you spin the wheel. You could run through here now. When they first updated it, when you first got the casino, you couldn't run through it. Get the visitor bonus. Get 1,000 in coin. You can buy clothes with it. You can gamble with it, whatever you want. And you can do that daily, okay? If you do it daily, you see how long this video is going to take. And we'll take a look at that, too. It's probably, let's see, we are at the 22-minute mark right now. But we went through customization on a car. You know, you're not going to do that when you're going to just do maybe that license plate customization so you get the RP and then you're out of here, you know. So maybe we'll win a car. No, but we got 10,000 more coins. Now, if you do this every day, it's going to add up. And that's pretty much it for what you can do daily and how you can customize the Coquette top list. And we'll see you here next time. Don't forget to subscribe, put up a like. Bad Skadooby Gaming. Rock and roll. Peace out.